me at all, please comment, because I'm coming to you through Be Live, and it's my first trial run with this publicly, and I just need to know that somebody can see me. This is a great platform. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing guest speakers to you, and we're going to be able to be side by side and talk to you together. So one of the things I would love is for you to tell me what kind of things you would like me to bring you live, right? Is it more fitness, more nutrition? What would you like to see live? So let me know if you can see me, because I want to show you this really cool trick and how I can show your questions on the screen with me. So my name is Tracy Farah. You all know me as FitnessRN. And today I wanted to talk to you about my hypothyroid. And a lot of you know I suffer from thyroid disorder. And I had also wanted to talk to you about the reasons, some of the reasons I think I acquired hypothyroid, and how I'm battling and winning the battle against that fluff that goes around the middle, right? Because it's a battle, and it can be very frustrating, especially because we're dieting and we're exercising, and why isn't anything working? And I just wanted to share with you, and if you have any questions for me, what's not working for you? What would you like to see me talk about as far as the hypothyroid? So what I wanted to talk to you about is first, making sure that you're communicating really well with your physician. It took me 4 doctors before we had a good line of communication going, so that it wasn't just about, well, your levels are okay, you should be okay. It took 4 different physicians until we were communicating about my symptoms and how I was feeling. And that's crazy, right? But you have to consider, you can't put yourself last anymore. We've got families, we've got spouses, some of us have grandchildren, we have work responsibilities, and if you're not putting your health first, those responsibilities are going to suffer. So the first thing I want to talk to is you have to communicate with your doctor. Do they really know your lifestyle? If you say, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse, I work at the post office, do they really understand your crazy hectic day, and that literally every 15 minutes of every single day is completely occupied? And it's really important that they know that, and they know what it's occupied with. Are you sedentary? Are you up and down? Are you responsible for being in the car and driving children around? What are your responsibilities? And is it okay to be fatigued doing this? For me, no, it wasn't. And my levels were okay. And everybody's saying, well, your TSH is fine. This is the medicine you need. But I was still so symptomatic. My hair was still falling out. My nails were brittle. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was truly afraid to get in the car and drive. I was that fatigued, that fatigue you have when you're about 12, 14 weeks pregnant and you just can't keep your eyes open. They just burn to shut. That's how I was feeling, and nobody was listening to me. And what I had to do was reach outside my box, which I had to kind of take control of my health. So what I did, everybody kept recommending Stop the Thyroid Madness. And I read this book, and a lot of it pertained to me. Not everything, but a lot of it pertained to me. And in particular, even though I'm a nurse and have medical background, I did not realize there were so many more tests that should have been done. I didn't know so much about the chemistry of my body and what was really going on. And there was a chapter in the newest edition that really told me, you've got to be looking at all this stuff, not just your thyroid level. And that's what I did. And I found a naturopath that was also a medical doctor. And I've never seen so much blood drawn, but I had to do it. I had to find out what the heck was going on. And that's where I started. I had been on Synthroid, which is, for those of you that don't understand, the thyroid has different levels that are drawn, and the Synthroid replaces the T4. But in doing that, it had shut down. I had been on the Synthroid so long, it had shut down, and I wasn't absorbing the T3, which is something else. And please comment in your email or message me your email, and I can send you more info. So I needed to be put on a natural thyroid. The synthetic T4, the synthetic T3s were no longer working for me. And I was put on a natural thyroid. And my energy, what I call that foggy brain, went away. Within about 3 or 4 days, I didn't have that foggy brain anymore, that can't remember where your keys are. Oh my gosh, am I getting Alzheimer's at 50, right? And all that, it was like a light bulb moment, and that started to get better. The other thing I did was really concentrate on what I was eating. And yes, I was eating right, but I wasn't eating the right amounts of the food. Everybody says, oh, I eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat a lot of carbs. But if you really write it down, and please message me and tell me if you want to know, if you're on the ballpark, what did you eat yesterday? Well, when I wrote it down, I was under eating. And because I was under eating, one of the things that does happen to many people is our bodies do exactly what they're meant to do, and they slow our metabolism down to protect us. So in under eating, I had slowed my metabolism down, and for me, I was holding my weight around my middle. And it just freaked me out that how in a month's time could I have gained 9 pounds? Like I've never gained 9 pounds in my life except pregnant. Like I couldn't wrap my head around, why is this happening and everything I'm doing. But what was happening was I wasn't eating enough, which is crazy, right? And so once I realized I was actually depriving my body of nutrition, the light bulb moment went off. I got to eat more. I became a true foodie. Steve is an awesome cook, as you guys know. And I just became one of those people that got to enjoy eating again. And as that happened, it was one of the big key components of me losing that, what I call fluff, right? Another thing is I started strength training. And I know a lot of women, oh, I don't want to do that. Our muscles, especially after 40, we lose the density, the muscle mass. It's just a natural part of aging. Not to say 40 is old, but I'm just saying it's a natural part of aging. So we absolutely have to be strength training. Because what happens is with strength training, you increase your